All right, so let's look at a few other examples here. Pause the video for a moment and study and determine whether each of these examples are balanced or unbalanced forces. All right, so we see up here that this boy is not pushing or pulling, so he's essentially got a force of 0 newtons. And then these two, so we could say that's still or essentially going in the opposite direction. And then here, 450 newtons plus 450 newtons, those are both going towards the right. So they're going to combine for a total of 900 newtons. So we do not have equal forces. So these are unbalanced, and that boy's going to get pulled. That is in contrast to the bottom, where we have one elephant pulling that tree trunk to the left with 200 newtons, one elephant pulling that tree trunk to the right with 200 newtons. So those are equal. There's that they're going to remain deadlocked there. That trunk is going, or that tree trunk is going to stay there. So what then is net force? So the net force is the difference between forces acting on an object. When net force is 0, forces are balanced. There is no change in motion. So how we calculate net force is with some simple math. We look and we make sure our objects are going in opposite directions, and if they are, we subtract the greater from the lesser. Well, here they're equal, so we're going to end up 500 newtons minus 500 newtons gives us 0 newtons. So 0 means that they are equal. They are balanced. So whenever we end up with 0 newtons for a net force, we are not changing direction or changing our motion. When the net force is not 0, the forces are unbalanced, and this is going to result in a change in motion. So we saw that here. We just didn't put an exact number on it. With that example, the 500 newtons minus the 450 newtons gives us 50 newtons, so not 0. And well, what direction was greater of those? That was the 500, so it's 50 newtons more force going to the left. So we're going to have a change in motion with these unbalanced forces. We're going to move left. And now we kind of, without talking about it exactly, that's what we had done up here when we said, okay, this total is 900 minus a 0 gives us 900. So we could say this is unbalanced with 900 newtons going to the right in this case, whereas this one, 200 minus 200, would be 0 newtons, because of course these are balanced forces.